My friend, have you ever wondered why, even though you walk every day and everyone keeps saying walking is the best exercise, your legs still feel heavier and heavier? I've met so many people like that, disciplined, hard-working, yet every step feels slower, heavier, more tiring. The truth is, there's a small, quiet, but incredibly important muscle deep inside your calf, the soleus. Scientists call it the second heart of the body because every time it contracts, it helps pump blood from your legs back up to your heart. It keeps your circulation strong, reduces swelling, and helps you stay balanced. The problem is, after the age of 60, that muscle often falls asleep. We keep walking, but not in a way that wakes it up. When the soleus gets weak, your legs start to feel heavy, your balance gets shaky, and your energy seems to drain faster. So sometimes it's not that you're getting weaker, it's that a vital part of your body, your second heart, is waiting to be reawakened. Today I'm going to share 4 simple exercises, just a few minutes a day, to wake up that second heart in your legs. The soleus, the hidden muscle that helps improve circulation, balance, and keeps your legs young. But before we jump in, let me ask you something. Do you exercise regularly? If you do, drop a comment below. I'd love to know. And make sure you stay until the end, because exercise number 4 is especially important. You see, there are tiny things in our bodies we never pay attention to until one day they start speaking up. One of my patients, Helen, 67 years old, once told me, "Doctor, I was just standing at the sink washing dishes when suddenly I felt dizzy like the floor was moving." I smiled and said, "It's not the floor, Helen. It's your legs. They've forgotten how to talk to your brain." Have you ever felt that way? That moment when you stand up from a chair, take a few steps, and feel yourself leaning to one side, needing to grab a wall or chair for balance. We often think it's just age, but that's not the full story. It's because the small muscles in your feet and lower legs have been asleep for too long. I want you to imagine this: your feet are the roots of your body. If the roots lose flexibility, even the smallest breeze can make the whole tree sway. The first exercise I'll share, called toe lift balance, is the key to waking up those roots again and helping your body stand strong. It's simple. Stand, tall feet, hip width apart. If you need support, lightly touch the back of a chair. Keep your heels on the floor, then slowly lift all your toes up. Hold for a few seconds, then lower them down gently. That's it. But don't let the simplicity fool you. Each time you lift your toes, hundreds of tiny nerves in your feet send signals to your brain saying, "I'm standing, I'm steady," and your brain, like a great conductor, adjusts your whole body to keep you balanced. Don't think you need to lift heavy weights or use fancy gym machines. True strength begins with small movements done with awareness and consistency. Every time you lift your toes, you're teaching your body to trust itself again. And if you try this exercise today, I want you to remember, you're not just training your legs, you're rebuilding confidence, independence, and something even more precious: the feeling of being in control of your own body, no matter your age. Try it right now. Stand tall, lift your toes, take a deep breath, and feel your legs wake up again. You know, sometimes the biggest changes in our bodies start from the smallest things we usually ignore. That's actually a scientific truth. Inside your legs is a special muscle called the soleus, known by researchers as the second heart of the body. The soleus has a quiet but powerful job. Every time it contracts, it pumps blood from your legs back up to your heart, working against gravity. It keeps your circulation moving and helps reduce swelling around the ankles. But here's the problem: as we age or spend too much time sitting, this muscle tends to fall asleep. And when your second heart stops working properly, your legs start sending distress signals: swelling, heaviness, fatigue, even numbness. I often tell my patients, you don't need to run, you don't need dumbbells, you don't even need a gym. All you need is a chair and your own 2 feet. That's when I show them the second simple yet surprisingly powerful exercise, the seated heel raise. Picture this. You're sitting on a chair, back straight, both feet flat on the floor. Now keep your toes grounded and gently lift your heels. Feel that slight tension in your lower calves. Then lower them slowly. Do this 10 to 15 times. No need to rush, no need to push hard. Just stay present and feel it. Each time you lift your heels, your soleus contracts, pumping blood, recharging your energy and slowly bringing life back to muscles that have been forgotten for years. You see, strength isn't always about how much you do. It's about doing what's right for your body. Just 2 minutes a day while reading the paper or watching TV can help your legs and your whole body feel young again. This isn't just an exercise, it's a gentle reminder. Your body has never abandoned you. You've just forgotten how to listen to it. So next time you sit down, try lifting your heels gently, slowly, with gratitude. You're not just training your muscles, you're awakening your second heart. Before we move on to the next part, you can support me by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have you ever stood up from a chair, taken a few steps, and felt a little unsteady, like your body needs a few seconds to remember how to balance again? If so, you're not alone. I've met hundreds of people like that. People who used to hike hills, garden for hours, or walk for miles, but now just standing a little too long makes their legs tremble and their heels feel heavy. And they often ask me, "Doctor, am I too old to feel steady again?" My answer is always the same. It's never too late. Because our bodies, even at 60, 70, or 80, have an incredible memory. They just need to be reminded, to be reawakened. And one of the simplest ways to do that is with the standing calf raise, the third exercise I want to share with you today. Now imagine this. You're standing by your kitchen counter or next to your favorite chair. Your hands rest lightly on the back of the chair, not for support, but for reassurance. Then slowly lift your heels off the ground as if reaching upward toward something good, something hopeful. Hold that position for a few seconds, feel that gentle stretch in your calves, and then lower your heels slowly, as if you're placing something precious back on the floor. At first, it might feel a little strange. Maybe your legs will shake a bit, but soon something amazing happens. Each time you lift your heels, hundreds of tiny nerves around your ankles, knees, and hips come alive, sending messages to your brain. I'm standing. I'm in control. Scientists call this process proprioception, the body's ability to sense its position and movement in space. I like to call it the wisdom of the body, a kind of intelligence we're all born with, but slowly forget as we sit too much and move too little. I remember one man, Mark 69, he had fallen stepping down from his porch. When he came to see me, he said quietly, "I don't trust my legs anymore." We started with just this one exercise 10 times each morning, 10 each evening. 3 weeks later, he smiled and said, "I can stand long enough to cook for my wife again without feeling tired." That's when I knew he hadn't just regained his strength. He'd regained his confidence. You see, every time you lift your heels, you're not just working your calves, you're rebuilding the foundation of your self-assurance. And every time your heels touch the ground, think of it as sending a quiet message down through the floor. I'm still here. I'm still standing strong. Because in the end, what matters isn't how fast you move, it's how steady you are as you keep walking forward, fully trusting the body that carries you. Have you ever noticed that sometimes we don't fall because we're weak, but because our bodies have forgotten how to stand strong? I've met so many patients who say, "Doctor, I don't understand. I walk every day, I exercise, but the moment I step off a curb, I almost lose my balance." And I smile and tell them, it's not that your legs are weak, it's that a very important part of them has been asleep for a long time. Let me paint a picture for you. Deep inside your calf is a small, quiet muscle called the soleus. It's not flashy like your thighs or abs, but it's the foundation of your stability. When you were younger, your soleus worked quietly every day, keeping you steady as you climbed stairs, stepped off curbs, or simply stood talking with a friend. But after years of sitting too much and moving too little, this muscle becomes lazy and eventually forgets its job. That's why the final exercise today, the bent knee calf raise, is so important. Stand behind a sturdy chair. Gently lift one foot off the ground and bend the knee of your standing leg slightly. Now, slowly raise your heel. Feel that deep tension near your ankle, the part of your leg you rarely pay attention to. Hold for 1 or 2 seconds, then lower it down gently, as if teaching your body to control every inch of movement. Do this 8 to 12 times on each side. That's all it takes. But if you do it with focus, you'll feel it. Your legs will start to wake up. Here's the science behind it. When you bend your knee during this movement, you take the bigger calf muscle, the gastrocnemius, out of the equation. That forces the soleus to work on its own. This is the secret to reactivating the deep neuromuscular system, the one responsible for balance and stability. Each time you do this, you're not just training a muscle, you're rebuilding the connection between your brain and your legs. I know it sounds small, but real steadiness doesn't come from complicated movements. It comes from small actions done with patience and awareness. So when you practice this exercise, don't think of it as just lifting your heel. Think of it as lifting your confidence, your independence, and your sense of dignity. Because every time you stand firm, even on one leg, you're telling your body, I'm still strong. I can still stand, move, and walk forward with confidence in my own life. And remember this, the exercises we just did aren't just about fitness. They're a way to reawaken the natural stability system your body was born with. You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy machines. Just a few minutes, a bit of patience, and the belief that your body still holds incredible potential to change. I've seen this miracle happen in hundreds of people, over 60 men and women who thought they had lost their strength, when really they had only forgotten how to call it back. And today, if your legs feel a little lighter, a little steadier, I want you to write just 3 words in the comments below, second heart activated. That's not just a promise, it's a message to yourself, I'm coming back. Remember, you haven't lost your strength. You're simply learning to use it differently, smarter, gentler, and with deeper awareness as life moves forward. Thank you for joining me on this journey toward better health. And if you found this video helpful, please remember to like, subscribe to Daily Wellness Journey, and share it with your friends and family. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us keep creating videos made especially for people like you. Wishing you a peaceful day, a steady body, and a heart full of hope. See you in the next video.